And so we are in this portal of balancing and renewal, and so I am going to offer this transmission to help all of us move through this really powerful and potent energy that we're in. And so I want to just encourage all of you who are here live to find a comfortable place to be in and to really snuggle back and to move into a space where you're super comfortable. Grab your pillow. If you're a yogi, going into Savasana, the corpse pose, as it's also called, and going into that space of receiving a yoga nidra. This transmission is going to be a powerful tool for us to all shift and to utilize these energies that we're in. And so while you're getting comfortable and relaxing, I encourage you to go into the state of surrender and the state of opening to receive what is in your highest good to receive, and really setting an intention to, or a sankalpa if you're a yogi, to release what is no longer serving you and to open to receive what is in your highest good, and really setting an intention to receive what it is you want to fill that space up with, that we are creating by releasing. When we're releasing energy, and we're going to be working with the emotional body, this full moon is supporting us completely to work with and release the energy that is no longer serving us, the programs, the conditioning, the agreements that we've made that are no longer serving us. And when we create, when we release energy, we create a vacuum, we create a void that we can fill with our desire, with our true desire. And so I encourage you, as you're getting comfortable and moving back into that space of receivership, to set your intentions. And when I was guided to offer this transmission, I was really being shown and taught about the light that the moon emits. And in our space of transformation and self-healing work and spirituality and consciousness, we're often taught about, in the space of meditation, we are often taught about and encouraged to connect with the light of the sun and to utilize that light to connect with the great central sun, our point of origin. And we're often encouraged to utilize the powerful energy of the sun. And that energy is potent, and it is the energy of activity. It's the energy of action. It is the energy of fire. It is a powerful, potent, moving energy. And we're not very often taught about the light that the moon emits. And these two energies are the balancing energy that is the solstice energy. And depending on which hemisphere you're either in the summer solstice, which is the extension, the longest day of the light of the sun, or you're in the southern hemisphere and you're in the extension of the longest day of the light of the moon. And the light of the moon is balancing energy. It is subtle energy, and it is potent energy. And we have not been taught to utilize this energy to its full potential. It is the space of bringing balance into your being that gives you the power to access your creation potential. It gives you the power to access your yes. It gives you the power to access your mission codes. It gives you the power to access your genius, which is your desire body. And so we're going to be working through the chakra system, and I'm going to begin the transmission in just a minute, but I wanted to just give a little bit of language to utilize and wisdom to tap into the light of the moon. And the photons, the light photons, they're the same thing. The photons of the moon are very potent crystallized energy of renewal and clearing. And that's why we're going to be utilizing this full moon energy this evening to clear the emotional layer of our energy body. And so the energy body in the system that I'm utilizing tonight to offer this transmission it has 4 layers. There is the etheric layer that's closest to your body. The next layer is the emotional layer of your body, your energy body. And the layer beyond that is your mental body, your energy field. And the layer beyond that is your spiritual body, and that makes up our aura. And so the energy that we're going to be working with, because the energy of your emotional body is where we store the traumas, the limiting beliefs, the energies that we didn't know how to process, the restriction, the restraint, and the limitations that we place on ourselves. And so we're going to be working through the chakra system, and I'll guide you through that transmission up the chakra system from the base to the crown. And if you're all comfortable and ready, we're going to begin. And so you can close your eyes to receive this transmission and let go of the material world, and begin to allow your mind to come to a resting place. And begin to pay attention to your breath, coming into the state of grace, coming into the solstice energy of balance, coming into the energy and calling to you the light of the moon. And breathing and allowing, moving further back into the state of surrender. Becoming aware of your breath in every moment, breathing in, relaxing, breathing out, and relaxing even further. Moving into your body, your consciousness, locating yourself in your body. And I call in the divine energy of compassion to open this sacred space. The energy of compassion that loves us unconditionally, and I ask to be surrounded in a sphere of guidance and protection that sustains us throughout our lives. And we open the direction of the east, the south, the west, and the north. We access the wisdom of the elders and the ancestors. We access our own divinity and our own knowing. Coming into the state of full consciousness in this present moment. Allowing, moving into the energy of the earth, grounding your energy into the portal of the earth, moving your awareness, your consciousness deep into the earth and connecting into the energy of the earth, our home in physical form. Honoring the earth, honoring her majesty, the divine connection to our humanity. Breathing the energy of the earth up through your channel, through your hara line, the center of your body in front of your spine. Breathing your energy, your focus, your awareness up into your heart center, to the space of innocent wonder, and locating yourself there, locating yourself in the space of humility, of innocence. Breathing yourself into that space, allowing yourself to locate you in the space of wonder. Moving out from the space of wonder into the emotional body surrounding you, into the field of compassion. And surrounding yourself in the sphere of compassion and calling to you your team of light that loves you unconditionally to surround you in the sphere of compassion. And locating yourself there. And coming back into your hara line, your line of intention to be here on earth at this time. And grounding yourself into your hara line, column of spiraling light in the center of your being, extending from below your feet into the earth and above your head, above your crown, back to your point of origin. Locating yourself there and coming back into the awareness in the center of you, in the very center of your vortex, your energy field. Beautiful. And activating your toroidal field of energy from the center of your heart, surrounding you in a column of light. In the pattern, the sacred geometrical form of the figure 8, beginning to weave through you, through the center of your heart, and weaving down through the left hemisphere of your energy field, traveling below your feet, and moving up through the right hemisphere of your energy field, crossing over in your heart, and traveling up through the left side of your toroidal field, above the crown of your head, traveling back down through the right hemisphere of your toroidal field, crossing back over into your heart, beginning to run that beautiful line, the infinity line, through the center of your heart, crossing over, and begin to spin that light into a 360-degree toroidal field encompassing you, activating your full potential energy and connecting into the light of the moon, the balancing energy, the frequency of the light of the moon, And coming into the sphere, the layer of your emotional body, accessing your emotional body, and coming into the gravitational field of the earth, magnetizing to you the light of the moon, the balancing energy of the moon, the gentle waves of light to allow them to move through you as you're guided through your energy centers at this time. This energy is the energy of review, release, and refocus. Going to be working with that energy through your chakras, beginning at your base, and coming into your root chakra. It's located in the perineum, between your genitals and your anus, into the energy of your emotional body, the layer of your emotional body, of your root chakra. And review your choice to be here. This is stored in your root chakra. This chakra is where we withhold our life force energy when we don't feel safe. And so at this time, you can make your intention to be here on earth and to release the withholding from your root chakra, withholding your own life force energy. This is also where we store beliefs around whether or not we're safe. And you can choose at this time to simply release any belief that is not supporting your life on earth and your humanity, your ascension. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. This is also where we store the belief that struggle is inevitable. Struggle is not required of being human. It's a false field of reality that was created from fear, and you can simply let it go. Struggle is an option, it is not required, and at this time, if it feels right to you, let that go. Let that go, let that go. It's not who you are. The truth is that you're an infinite being on an infinite journey, and you are completely safe in every way. So release that belief that you're not safe and that it's required of human beings to struggle, that it's just inevitable. That is not true. So let it go. We also store the belief in our root chakra that I am not in charge of my own body, that I'm not in control of my body, that there's an external authority that controls my body, that there is DNA that controls my body. And that is not true. That belief system is based in fear. And at this time, you can simply let it go and know that you are completely in control of your own body. That you can partner with your body consciousness to bring harmony and balance and complete health and well-being to your beautiful vehicle, your gift of the body. You can partner with your body and come back into the field of joy and the truth of knowing that I am safe here. We're also conditioned and have made agreements as human beings to believe that we are not empowered and that we must give our power away to an external authority, and we store this in our root chakra. And at this time, if it feels right for you to release the belief that I must give my power away, that I have to believe what others say, that I have to follow the guidance of others, that they know better than I do what is right for me, what is right for my body, what is right for my spirit, what is right for my consciousness. And that is simply not true. Let it go. Release it and let it go. And any other thoughts, beliefs, or agreements that you've made, that you've stored in your root chakra, in your emotional body, call the light of the moon to balance and release all beliefs that are no longer serving you, that you have stored there. Simply let them go. Beautiful, beautiful releasing. And as you are releasing these structures, these concepts, agreements, and programs from each individual chakra, call to you your creator energy, your spirit, no one else's, connecting with your spirit. The part of you, the energy of you that has never been touched by shadow. It has no trauma. It has no agreements or programs. It's pure creation potential. To begin to fill your root chakra and repattern it back into your original blueprint. Activating the codes of wisdom, of your divine knowing in alignment with truth. What is true is always true. It can never be changed. And we'll move to our sacral chakras. Your sacral chakra is located in your pelvic bowl, the Dantian, for those of you who have studied the martial arts, Qigong, yogic philosophy. It's located below your belly button. And connect into your sacral chakra. And call the balancing light of the moon, the photons of the moon, that are imbued with the potential, with the power to transform that which is no longer serving you into that space in your physical body. And the information that we store in our sacral chakras that is limiting is the restriction or denial of your passions. We store our passion energy. It's generated in our sacral chakras. This is your relationship to you as the soul that you are, as the divinity that you are, as the divine being that you are, as the spirit that you are, as the creator that you are. And as we're healing all of the non-beneficial energy and releasing all of the non-beneficial beliefs that we have stored in our sacral chakra that limit our ability to access our desire, to access our passions, Release and let that go. Release all restriction that's self-imposed or is imposed by the collective. Release it and let it go now. We also store judgment of ourselves in our sacral chakras. We take on the judgment of others and adopt it for our own and begin to judge ourselves based on our culture, our family systems, our collective agreements. And we judge ourselves as incapable, as not worthy. And at this time, release that and let it go. That energy is no longer serving you. It's preventing you from accessing your knowing. It's preventing you from accessing your own divine knowing of what brings passion alive in you. It is safe to access your passion. It's safe to access your pleasure. It's safe to access your desire, your divine desire. We also store the energy of isolation and repression, eliminating our ability to access our desire. So in any way that you have isolated yourself, you've made yourself wrong, or you've made yourself not safe enough and created isolation, whether it's internal or external, whether it's physical or emotional, release that and let it go. Give yourself permission to connect with your own knowing, with your own spirit, with your own desire, with your own passions. And give yourself permission to own them. And if there's anything else that you've stored in your sacral chakra that you are ready to release at this time, any self-judgments, any limitations, any self-imposed limitations, release them and let them go. Call the light of the moon to assist you in the release. And bring the photons of the moon into your sacral chakra to repattern and rebalance this center of you with your spirit, with your creation potential. The facet of you that has no programming and no conditioning. It's made no agreements. It's aligned with truth, with divine truth. And repattern your sacral chakra with your original blueprint of perfection, your relationship to you. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, and breathe. And allow the repatterning of your sacral chakra back to its full potential, back to its true and authentic potential and desire as the creator that you are. And we'll move up your channel, your hara line, up into your sacral chakra, into your solar plexus. Into your solar plexus chakra. It's located above your belly button, below your ribs, in the center of your stomach. And connect into your solar plexus. This is the seat of your authentic power. This is also the seat of your personality. Your humanity. This is also the seat of your intuitive knowing. This is where you receive your intuition, your guidance from your future self, your most aligned self, your most divine self, your guides who love you unconditionally. And connect into your solar plexus and call the light of the moon, the balancing energy of the moon, to assist you in releasing what is no longer serving you in the emotional layer of your solar plexus, your emotional body. And we store here the fear of our authentic power. Allow yourself to release all fear of your own light, all fear of your own creation, all fear of your own beauty, your own strength, your own potential. The potential to embody your genius, your brilliance, the light that you are. The mission codes that you carry that are in alignment with divine truth of who you are becoming. We also store here separation from source, the belief that we can be separated from source, from consciousness, from the universal stream of consciousness, from the 0 point field, from God. You cannot be separated from God. Release that belief system. Release the belief, the idea, the agreement that you can be separated. You are consciousness. You are creation. You are a fractal of the whole, of the divine. And you can never be separated from the source of yourself. We also store here the belief that we're alone. If you hold that belief, release it and let it go. It's no longer serving you. You are not alone. You've never been alone. Call the light of the moon to release the belief that you are alone. We also store here self-imposed confusion, a belief that we have no clarity, that we don't know ourselves. That is an illusion, and you can release it now and let it go. Reconnecting yourself to your intuitive knowing of who you are as the divinity that you are, with a divine purpose and a divine plan. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And breathe into the truth of your own knowing, reactivating your connection to divine wisdom that is stored in your solar plexus, the access point of accessing your own wisdom codes, your own key codes to unlock the wisdom that's within you, that you've cultivated over lifetimes. This is where it's stored. And breathe. Using your breath to release all that you've stored in your solar plexus that is no longer serving you. Beautiful, beautiful release. And breathe in your connection to the moon, to your creation, to your spirit, no one else's spirit, only your spirit. And draw that energy, your creation potential, into your solar plexus and allow your spirit, only your energy, to repattern your solar plexus back to its divine blueprint of perfection, aligned with divine truth, of you knowing yourself in your fullest expression, in your most divine expression, in your most abundant expression, in this lifetime, in this moment, from this moment moving forward. Breathing into your fullest potential and activating that potential into your awareness with complete clarity. I know who I am in this moment and all moments moving forward. I have complete clarity and access to my own divine wisdom. Moving up your hara line, your channel of light, your column of light, into your heart chakra. It's located in the center of your chest. And connecting into your heart center. This is the access point of divine love, of kindness in action, of faith and trust. And connect into your emotional body, in the core of your heart chakra, and release and let go of anything that you've stored in your heart that is no longer serving you. And breathe, allowing your breath and the exhale to release all that you've stored in your heart chakra. And what we store in our heart chakras is shame. Shame is the lowest vibration on the human emotional scale. And it blocks your ability to access your own love and self-compassion. To have compassion for your humanity, to access your humanity, your compassion. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the other thing that we store in our heart chakras is we deny and withhold our ability to have compassion for ourselves. Beautiful. Give yourself permission to release all fear of causing harm. We store this in our heart chakras and we restrict our access to our love, to the energy of our heart chakras, because we're afraid we'll cause harm. Release that and let it go. Release that and let it go now. This is not who you are. You are aligned with divine truth. Where there is truth, there can be no harm. Give yourself potential to access your own heart energy, your own love, your own compassion, so that you can begin to share that compassion with the world. Beautiful, 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 beautiful release. Let that go, let it go, let it go. Let all restriction, denial, and withholding of the ability to receive love. Let go and release all belief systems that you are not worthy of receiving love. Release those and let them go now. Let them go, let them go. It is not who you are. And connect with the light of the moon. And call to you, to your heart chakra, your spirit, no one else's energy, only your spirit. And allow your heart chakra to be repatterned back to its original divine blueprint. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Allow that beautiful frequency of divine love to flow through your heart chakra and permeate your being. Beautiful. And we move into the throat chakra. It's located in the center of your throat. It includes and encompasses your ears and your mouth. And begin to release everything that you stored in your throat chakra, all of the ways that you withheld your voice, that you withheld your creativity, that you withheld your divine expression, that you silenced yourself, that you restrained your expression. Release and let go of everything that you have stored there. There's a lot of energy clearing. A lot of energy clearing from your throat. Breathe in and allow your exhale to release and let go of all of the ways that you restrained yourself from accessing your audacious authenticity and expressing it out into the world. All of the ways that you restrained yourself from expressing your preferences, your passions, your curiosity, your cleverness. Release that and let it go. It's no longer serving you. You do not have to carry that restriction with you 1 minute longer. We also store jealousy in our throat chakra. Release that energy and let it go. That energy is very dense. Release it and let it go. Beautiful. Call the light of the moon, the frequency of balance, to assist you in releasing everything that you need to release from your throat chakra. Beautiful. Ooh, this very dense energy releasing. Very dense energy. Beautiful release. And call to you the light of the moon. And your spirit, your creation potential energy, no one else's energy, to repattern your throat chakra and release it once and for all from all restriction, from all jealousy, from all shame, from all self-judgment, and to repattern your throat chakra in alignment with divine expression. Expression through truth, through alignment with the fields of compassion and limitlessness, of abundance. Beautiful, beautiful repatterning. Allow that energy to move. And we move up into our third eye, into the center of your brain, the location of your third eye. And call the light of the moon to balance the emotional body of your third eye. The emotional layer of your third eye is where we store the fear of seeing. The fear of seeing with clarity. So we self-impose confusion or belief that we're confused. And release that and let it go. Release that limitation. Release that self-imposed fear of seeing. And release it and let it go now. We also store the restriction of self-imposed limitation of our creativity. Release that and let it go. And any other energies that you stored in your third eye, it's not safe to see in the invisible world. It's not safe to see energy. It's not safe to see the future. It's not safe to see my future. It's not safe to see the wisdom that is inside of me that I've cultivated. It is not safe to see the divine. It's not safe to see my guides. It's not safe to see the truth. Release that and let it go. Let it go now. Beautiful. And call to you the light of the moon to assist you in embodying your divine potential, all clarity of knowing yourself as the divine and embodying your fullest expression of creativity, of creation potential, of accessing the states of consciousness that are of your highest expression, of your highest potential, of your future self, of your most divine, your most exalted self, your most abundant self, your most prosperous self, your most illuminated self. Beautiful. And allow that energy to repattern your third eye back to its original blueprint of divine perfection in alignment with truth. And move into the final chakra in your physical body, into your crown. Moving into the location at the crown of your head. and call to you the light of the moon to assist you with balancing your divinity embodied in physical form. Your spirit embodied in physical form. This is the access point of your spirit, activating and enlivening your humanity and embodying your soul frequency and your true potential into the physical plane, into the earth plane, into the gravitational field of the earth, into your toroidal field, into your channel, into your DNA, your RNA, your particles, your subatomic particles, the atoms, the quarks, and the electrons of you, of your hologram. And release all illusion of separation and limitation. Anything else that you've stored in your crown chakra to limit your access to your divine potential, to your point of origin, to your creation potential, release it now and let it go. Beautiful. And feel the frequency of you. Feel the full power of you in your authenticity. And call to you the light of the moon to assist you in calling to you your full creation potential, to repattern your crown chakra, to open to its fullest potential, accessing the divinity of your own light into physical form in this moment, and step into your fullest expression. Stepping into divine sacred play, in the technology of joy, in the state of flow, in the field of super attraction, magnetizing to you all of the facets of you, all parallel lifetimes, all dimensions, of you and your fullest potential, in alignment with divine truth, knowing who you are and owning your audacious authenticity and expressing your full potential, your genius. The genius that only you can offer, that only you can gift to humanity. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful witnessing, beautiful accessing, beautiful acceleration back into the 0 point field, back into the potentiality of all creation, back into the divine mission codes from this moment forward of your soul's trajectory. In this current lifetime, in all future potential of you to be fully expressed in light, in joy, in happiness, aligned with what brings you happiness, is the highest form of expression and divine service to humanity that you can offer. There is a field of source that is a resource all around you And you are divinely provided for and divinely guided at all times. Breathe that truth into your being. Breathing yourself back into this moment. Offering divine gratitude to the intelligence, the consciousness of the moon, and the gift of being guided back into balance and harmony with your spirit, with your creation potential. Repatterning your hologram back into its divine alignment. And we say thank you to the beings of light who love us unconditionally, to Her Majesty the Earth, for the gift of this life in human form. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you to the consciousness and the universal stream of consciousness that we are a facet of, for the divine grace and the wisdom codes and the access point that we receive today to know ourselves, to know our desires, and to access those desires and to share them with the world as the gift that we are. Say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll leave you in this state of peace, of wonder, of bliss, in the frequency of joy that you are. I see your beauty, I see your light, and I love you unconditionally. Thank you for joining me this evening. You are beauty. You are light.